Hey, Jamie. How are you? How you doing? What are you doing? Hi, Beth. Yeah, I got one beer left, Beth. That's it. Hey, Squirrely. Yeah, it stopped raining, but I still kept cutting the grass after it stopped. It kind of disappointing, really. Uh, the grass like clumped up. I mean, it's a good mower, expensive mower, and it'll plow through anything, but looks like shit. You know how grass clumps up when it gets wet? Then finally it got dark and I just quit. I should have been able to get it done, but that I didn't have enough time. Yeah, it was really coming down there. I got a better video uploading. Really coming down. Going away where, Jamie? Yeah, I know it, Beth. Hey, bad fish bear. Jamie, is this the Jamie from Detroit? Oh, you just hang in there. You'll see, Toya. You bad, huh? I didn't feel that great when I got up this morning. I swear, I thought I was getting COVID again. Exact same symptoms. My buddy was, even when he got COVID, it was about 3 days before me. Then yesterday, like, I had a little congestion. Then last night I started getting a sore throat on the left side, and I'm still sneezing. Then my joints hurt a little bit. Exact same shit when I was getting COVID. And he was getting the same stuff too. Well, he went and got tested today and he was negative. So maybe it's just like a little summer cold, thank God. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bitch, Beth. Beth, how long ago did you get it and how bad was it for you? Oh, thank you, Double A. Yeah, I try to get rid of these trolls and pervs, as much as I can. I just really can't stand that stuff, to tell you the truth. It'll ruin a thing. It all depends on what you want, But trolling and making fun of people seems to garner more activity than when you don't. But I don't really care. I'd hide those viral videos views if I could. I wouldn't let anybody see anything. Yeah. Yeah, that COVID was a bitch. I never had anything like that. I hope, you read these stories from soup to nuts about lingering effects, and everybody that I know that got it said it was about 6 months before they felt normal. Like tonight, I left a burner. I made the hummingbird. I mixed their sugar water and then boil it and let it cool. And I left the goddamn burner on for 2 hours. Just shit like that. But it isn't a slam dunk COVID. Maybe it's just an depressant or hell, I don't know. I mean, once you get COVID, you tend, I have, you tend to blame everything on COVID. Where, I forgot shit and couldn't find my cell phone, left burners on before. So, you know, party time, Dave. Dave, I see today where that 3 people died from this diving school that operated a golf ball recovery business down in Florida. And the state is really going after them hardcore. Just Google deaths in golf ball recovery company. They are really going after them huge. So is OSHA. Oh, okay, Beth. Did your taste go away? Yeah, I don't exactly feel the greatest today either, but I'm not set up for doing this stuff down here this great on this maintenance stuff. I'm anal about that. I like to have like a nice setup where I keep the equipment clean and like, you know, I'd have a place to go in and work on things in the dark, well lit, not standing in the dirt. I can't wait till that happens here because everything just seems half-ass away. Like I put that dent the other day in that skidster door. Now I got to mess around with that, and take it off. I called today to try and figure out which part it is. And even the damn dealer couldn't figure it out. It's plain as day. It's a huge part right under the door. I'm going to get a custom fabricated plexiglass shield to go in front of the glass door. That way it won't matter how high you raise that mulcher up. It's not going to fly through the window and impale you. Yeah, it's weird, Beth. Sherry ended up going to a 1-year in-house rehab and is doing great. She's doing superb. Working full-time, been off drugs over a year. She just got her driver's license last week. Oh, okay, Dave. No, I mean, let me tell you another thing I've realized too, like this skidster. I don't think we really need it, but he likes it. I'm telling you, there's a ton of maintenance on those damn things if you do it right. They've got half a dozen filters. It's not just changing the oil like on a regular mower. All these strainers and filters. And I can't even find it. Took me a half hour today to find the serial number. And the thing is 10,000 pounds with nothing on it. So God forbid if something ever happened to the bottom of it. I don't even know where I get a damn jack. I mean, the thing scares me, so I'm always super careful about it. You know? Yeah, Sherry's doing well, yeah. Yeah, Sherry's doing great. She's come a long way, obviously. I didn't have anything to do with it. I mean, I've supported her through her year and paid for a few things, and uh, but no big deal. Just you know, I sent Eternal Dorman some money through too, but I hope he comes on here because it said that the money won't be available till the 25th. No, you're right, Dave. Yeah, and God forbid if like something heavy duty, like I don't even know how you'd like change like some of those parts, man. It's just like how do you even get in there? You know? I'm beginning to think now, I don't know this for sure, but I'm beginning to think now I'm not even capable of maintaining it right. I just don't have all the right stuff, and I certainly don't have any way to get underneath the damn thing. Oh yeah, it looks like that, Dave. Yeah, it looks like that. Sure does. Oh, good for you, Beth. Beth, you're off work then, of course, right? Oh, by the way, I texted her actually today, Salty, today down in Florida, and she doesn't have a temperature, but she feels like shit. She's off work getting paid. Yeah, I just feel like shit, man. I had some crazy dreams too when I was going through that. Oh, you'll be all right, Beth. Oh, sorry about that. You know what's so weird about gambling that I can't quite figure out, and that is that, if you get screwed on a car, you tell everybody. You go into a restaurant, the food's no good. You tell everybody you don't go back there. You leave a bad rating. I mean, most negative experiences you'll have, you share with people. Whether it's just you feel better because there's somebody to tell, or you're letting people know, hey, this isn't what you may think it's going to be, and you're trying to help them out so they don't suffer from the same bad experience that you had. But with casinos, I've never seen anything like it. Go in there and there's a better chance than not you're not going to get anything. Lose your damn ass. put more money in than you ever win, go out of there and not say a word to anybody. If you notice about gamblers, they're always talking about what they won and not what they lost. But it's just such an interesting phenomenon to me on the people that get addicted to gambling. I mean, there are simple things that everybody understands, like chasing your money, but I think it's just I like doing it too. But I even wonder why I do it myself. I mean, I can cut myself off it pretty good, and I don't do it much because I get just too pissed at losing. Oh, thanks, Dave. Yeah, now I knew this was legal. I had heard about it happening in Atlantic City years ago. But that casino where I was living up in Michigan, they just sent certified registered letters to about 80 people that were winning too much. And they're banned from the property for life at both their locations. And if they find them in there, catch them in there, they'll call the police. They've done this too, and have you arrested for trespassing. People say, "Oh, you can't get kicked out from winning too much." You can. You can. You can get kicked out, and it's totally legal. Yeah, that's true, Badfish. Isn't that Beth? So you've known of this too, Beth. I'm not talking about for cheating either. Yeah, that's true, Michael. No, yeah, they want people to win, but they don't want people. They call them advantage players. People that stroll around the casino looking how a machine was left by somebody that played them before them. Yeah, well, that was never a problem with me. Fuck, I'm surprised they didn't give me a big fucking hug when I walked in the door. It's like, here comes Tom Reedy's that got that van out there and that little dog on the dash. Be really nice to him because this dumbass comes back and he never wins. It's true, Beth. Oh, thank you, Beth. And Beth, what's your opinion on um, using your player's card? You hear all sorts of rumors on those too. I think it's a cheap way to track what you're doing. But I mean, do you think anything changes when you're gambling on a slot machine, whether or not you use a player's card? I don't think that it does. Yeah, there is a technique to it. It's called advantage players. It is. They know to look for machines how they were left by the people that played them before they did. I know how to do it on a couple of machines, but I mean, it does give you advantage compared to someone that doesn't know, but it isn't like you're walking out of there with a pocket full of cash every time you leave. Yeah, a random number generator. Yeah, that's it, right? And there's certain things like they say you stand a better chance of winning the higher the denomination, but it's so insignificant. It is true. Oh, okay, bad fish bear. There is. I do think there's definitely an art to poker, but another thing about poker that I find interesting is how could the same person win the World Series of Poker twice? That just seems mind blowing because there is a certain amount of luck. You have to have the cards. But the interesting thing I found, and that is that a lot of good poker players, they do just as well online. So much for the poker face being that influential on how people play. Good poker players, well, whether they're looking at somebody's face or not. Yeah, that's another thing, Beth. You hear these. I'm not saying it's never happens, but you'll hear these people that, somebody wins a jackpot, and then three pulls later, someone wins it again. Yeah, I've heard these kind of statements before, but I never saw any proof that it really happened. Yeah, I think you're right, Beth. Yeah. I never had an interest in card games, roulette, none of that stuff. I just like getting brain numb. And I used to like go out to Las Vegas by myself for like 4 days. Hey, did you see they're closing down the Mirage? They're gonna end up canceling the water uh, show, that water that sprays up in the air. I go out there. I used to love going out there by myself, 2 or 3 days. Just fly in, be by myself, get a hotel, stay up all night, just go to casino to casino. That's when there was a lot of entertainment. Like you might have 5 bands playing in a casino at different places. Play a few slots, move, busy, a lot of people having fun. Go to a good restaurant at 3 in the morning, sleep till noon, get up, get a good Starbucks coffee. Yeah, I believe that, Beth. Hey, waiting, how you doing? I'll tell you what happened one time too. You hear the horror. Prostitution's illegal in Las Vegas. They bust people for it all the time. All sorts of stings set up. But I mean, talk about the odds. You could probably go out there and get a escort every night of the week for 10 years. You'd never get busted by a cop. The odds are pretty low. But anyway, I had a that have went to a drug rehab thing. Well, this was a long time ago, like in the mid '80s. And I had a buddy of mine that just got uh, his first job flying. It was flying canceled checks in an Aerostar. About a year later, he upgraded to a Learjet. So I was making pretty good money at the time. It's like I thought that was good. He went there and he got his life on track. And I said, hey, you guys, I'll tell you what, I'll take you guys out to Las Vegas. We'll go out there for about 4 or 5 days, and I'll buy a couple blowjobs at the chicken ranch, or whatever you want to do. It'll be on me, okay? And it's like, yeah, nice. Yeah, let's do that. Yep. So we go out to Vegas, and the chicken ranch is quite a ways away it's out of Clark County. So we get out there, and we go into the chicken ranch. And I'd have bought myself one, too, to tell you the truth, but it isn't like I'm picky. But you go into this place, and they've got like 50 women working, right? And this bald security guard comes out, and he comes out and he says, hey, they're trying to act like it's French finishing school. Like these are, real super nice ladies loaded with etiquette, and, they're professional. And, it just reeked of like, all right, I know what you're trying to do, but let's just get to the bottom line. So they bring out like 45, 50 women in a line. And he says, ladies, and they kind of all walk in a line, and they all like turn around and they smile, and you get to pick out which one you want. Now, I'm not acting like, I'm picky, because I'm really not. But there's certain things you like and certain things you don't. And, I looked at these 50 women, and I thought, I'm not doing this, man. It's just not that good, to be honest with you. So I said to the security guy, it's like, hey, can I just like send my buddies, and can I just go if you don't want? He said, can I ask what the problem is? It's like, I'll be honest with you. I didn't really see anybody I like that much, I don't know. He said, well, that happens. So anyway, long story short, my nephew ends up going. He gets what's called around the world, which I guess he never really said exactly what they did, but it was $650. And this was like in the mid '80s. The other guy got a half and half, which was $500, the pilot. Well, anyway, while they were in there for about an hour, I see them both head off, and they're holding the guy's hands. I'm sitting there, and I talked to this security guard the whole time. He was actually a pretty cool guy. I said, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, and believe me, man, I wish I would have found somebody I'd like. I didn't have a problem with it. I just didn't, So I said, but some of these women, there's like 5 of them, man. Do they really get people people that pay him to have sex? And the guy said to me, he said, you would be surprised. He said, I found that over the years that men tend to go for the less attractive women. And the only thing he could come up with was that he felt that it made them less uncomfortable and they didn't feel intimidated. And he said, if you like had these same 50 women and at the end of the month you crunch the numbers, that it all kind of came out the same, from the not such attractive woman to the one that was like really cute. And I just thought that was interesting that there be that much variety out there of paying customers when you see what, like, Playboy and all those places look for, and you'd think that'd be predicated on what they thought would sell. Oh, it was good, Billy Boy. Yeah, Molly's is good. Yeah. So they had a good time. They had a good time. But all I can say is that, to me, the women looked rough. They look rough to me. Yeah, Molly's is good. Billy, if you go there, you got to be there between 11 and 2. They got cooks back there, and they quit cooking at 2. Actually, the corn, it's like soul food cooking. There's a couple black ladies back there, super sweet. They're very nice, and the chicken's excellent. They have catfish, fried pork chops, but the food is good. It's much better than you would get like if you went to a Flying J or something like that. Yeah, Molly's is good. Yeah, Pigaboo's is good as hell too. Yeah, really. If you like that, like southern food, Pigaboo's is absolutely excellent. I mean, I thought everything was excellent. I did get a fried lobster tail one day just because I wanted to give it a whirl, other than just going in there starving. When I'm really hungry and I know something's good, I'm always reluctant to order something because I want something good. And the fried lobster tail, I would say, is good, not excellent. I mean, if you got a good lobster tail, it's almost too good of a piece of seafood to deep fry. It's not like shrimp. I thought it was good, not great. But the ribs and the wings are killer. You would love it, Beth. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, that food down there is, uh, you have a heart attack if you eat it for a year. But it's good. I was talking to the manager of the dollar store today. I stopped in there to get a thing of lemonade. I know it's this way in Michigan, and evidently it's the same way in. But if you don't have insurance, you get charged with a misdemeanor, fined a couple $100, and I know in Michigan it's a $400 tow fee, and the cops cannot let you go. They have to tow your car. You need to get a ride home, and that happened to her son. Supposedly, the ex-husband was supposed to be paying the premium, and he hadn't. So the son thought he was okay. Yeah, good old Southern cooking. Now, they've got that famous restaurant right down the street called Heavy D's. Heavy's. Heavy D was a rapper. Heavy's. It was in the movie Sweet Home Alabama. And I'm not like a germaphobe, I'm like 25% slob, single guy, clean up the house before somebody comes over, that kind of stuff. So when I go into a place, I mean, if I see something that isn't like spotless, I'm going to, it's not that big a deal to me, But I'm telling you, when I went in that Heavy's, filthiest, dirtiest restaurant I've ever seen in my life, I wouldn't eat there again in a million years. And if you go on their website and you look at their reviews, I'm not the only one that thinks that. I mean, there's a half-inch of dust on stuff. They'll open up like a whole loaf of bread, just set it on the table, and people reach in there with their hands all day long, grabbing out a couple slices. On the top of the salt and pepper shakers, there's like probably a 1/16 of an inch of that dirt, black grime that if you squirt some Fantastic on it, it takes 4 paper towels to get it all off. And when I saw that, I thought, man, I'm never going back to this place. No way. So I'm in the dollar store today, and I'm talking to the manager there, and we were talking about. She lives in Thompson. That's where I go over and get those shrimp and go to those Mexican restaurants. So I said, speaking of restaurants, have you eaten at Heavy's? And she said they have the best hamburger and fries you'll ever eat. She said they're absolutely delicious. I said, yeah, they might have it, but have you ever looked around there? She said, yeah, there's like 4 years worth of mail sitting on the desk. There's dirt all over everything. I said, that doesn't bother you eating there? She said, no. She said, made, and I thought right away, oh my God, I wouldn't want a hen there to touch anything. Handmade patties, said their fries are great. It's the best hamburger I've ever had. And I was just kind of surprised that somebody would actually go back there to eat when they acknowledged what a dump the place is. I think there is, Billy Boy. It is, Billy Boy. I mean, I'm talking about crazy dirty. Big time. Yeah. Billy Boy, you been in there before? Have you been in there, Heavies? And it's too bad too because they got a fireplace. When you go in there, it really looks cool. If you've seen that movie Sweet Home Alabama, you'll see the inside. It's really kind of cute. I mean, it'd be a killer looking place if they just cleaned it. What a dive! Yeah. Now, when you guys go into a restaurant and you saw like dirt on the top of the salt and pepper shakers, would that gross you out, or is it something you could keep on trucking through and you'd eat your dinner and go back again? Oh, you like that? It's called the dream mode, Beth. The dream mode. Yeah, super gross. Oh, Eternal Dormant, did you get it? It says that the money won't be available till July 25th, and you're going to end up getting like 484 pesos. Oh, thank you, Lakota. Yeah, it's the dream mode. Oh, I believe it, Billy Boy. What a dump. I'll tell you a funny story about. There used to be a place in Detroit called the Rosenbergs owned it. It was called Carl's Chop House. It was off Grand River. And I knew a older guy that I'd met hitchhiking, and he worked at Olympia, with the Red Wings and concert tickets and all that shit. And about 4 times a year, I would go down to Detroit. I lived about 20 miles away, and meet him at Carl's Chop House, and he'd buy me a lunch. And they had like private parking. A guy came out and parked your car. It was real nice carpet, and you'd wait in line 15, 20 minutes anytime you went there. They had seafood and great steaks, and it was just a first class, well run place. Now it's since went out of business. There's nothing there anymore. It was torn down. But anyway, towards the end of the last time that I had eaten there, I was in there with my buddy one time and just sitting at a table, and I actually stepped in a rat trap, and it went off. Luckily it didn't get in my foot, but I looked under there, under the benches, like in the seats, and there were just like rat traps over. Some of them had rats in them, and it just grossed me out so bad I couldn't even eat my lunch when it was delivered to my table. Yeah. Hey, Mary. Hey, Eternal Dormant, I sent you 25 bucks instead of 20 because you said send 20, but they take money out for fees, and God knows what those Mexicans do. So hopefully you'll still net 20 when it's all said and done. I think just Detroit ended up going south, and they lost business, and the car industry, a lot of companies were leaving Detroit. I think it was just a typical culmination of factors, and a lot of the Rust Belt cities, just crime, lack of business, you name it. Yeah, so gross. Yeah, but that place used to make a killing. God knows what they did over the years. I mean, it was like the go-to place for 40 years. Stick figure? Deep fried turtle's good. There's that down in Monroe. There used to be a real famous restaurant in Michigan called Droulard's. That was one of their specialties, fried turtle. Yeah, thank you, Gail. Yeah, they probably are selling those houses, but I'm telling you, I mean, I like Detroit. There's a lot of good people that live there, but you'd have to be out of your mind to move there. That's kind of, I don't even want to call it a bait and switch because unless you're just super stupid, no one would buy one of those houses to begin with. Most people that bought them had them demolished and started over, but Detroit's just a bad place to live for all sorts of reasons. Yeah, I've had gator. Yep, sure have. Yeah. Yeah, I like deep fried turtle. You know, they say it like tastes like the pit, 7 different meats and all this stuff. I've found that when you deep fry anything, uh, you know, particularly like in peanut oil with a good breading, you could probably, fry a leather shoe and it'd taste good. Yeah, I wouldn't move there. No. No, Arnold Durham, yeah, that's definitely a conflict I have. But he intentionally ran over a turtle that was not going to be on somebody's plate for dinner. But that's the same thing with. I think this too. I mean, I don't hunt, but yet I eat meat. So yeah, you're exactly right. But that was a little different. Yeah, it's good. Hey, Michael, how are you? Yeah, deep fried turtle. Hey, Kate, where you been? Pretty good. Were you able to escape COVID? Yeah, Kate hasn't been around a long time. Oh, wow. What's wrong with you? Do you know? Mary, you remember Kate, don't you? Oh, wow. What happened to you, Kate, if you don't mind me asking? Wow. Yeah, horse meat's for sale in most other countries, double A. Oh, my God, Michael, no kidding. What was the cause of the brain surgery? An accident or a congenital issue? Oh, my God, Kate. Congratulations. You survived it. Poor thing. 9 weeks. Holy shit. Hey, Caroline. Glad you made it. No, I believe that. Wow. Beth's got COVID right now. She's off work. I just got over it about 5 weeks ago. Wow. Hey, Frisky. Oh, you're not kidding, Kate. Were you on a ventilator at any point? Wow. Oh, okay, Michael. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you. That's a good question. That's still kind of up in the air, Billy Boy. Yeah, well, at least you got to give the Asians credit. They're consistent. There's things that we butcher and think nothing of it, but yet they make it a felony to kill a domestic pet. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. There's no consistency. You know how you can grind up 2 billion chickens a day that somebody had as a pet, and you go to jail for killing a dog or a cat. Oh, big time, Billy Boy. All you got to do is Google it. Chicago, not just Detroit either. All these big cities. Seattle's a mess. Minneapolis is a dump. Detroit's a hellhole. San Francisco is going to hell. I'll take you back, Beth. How old are you, Beth, if you don't mind me asking? Because that has a lot to do with where I think you'd like it in Georgia. Yeah, pig meat, that's all right. I think that if you were down here, Beth, if you're not past 50, oh, okay, it's 50. I think you go crazy down here. This is a big adjustment. This takes a certain type person to put up with this. The only reason I came down there, well, there's multiple reasons, but the main one is for opportunities with this guy that I'm friends with. Otherwise, I would have probably stayed in Michigan, but I wouldn't have even come down here for opportunities if we would have had the winters of yesteryear. The big ass kicker, deep freeze, 2 foot of snow. Those winters are bullshit, and I was living 200 miles north of Detroit. Wait for snow. It's February before the lakes freeze. So I just thought, well, I'll bust a move. But down here, this is a slow life. And 20 miles to anything, 90 miles to Atlanta. And yeah, I think you would go crazy down there. Everybody thinks they like this until you get here. Like, look, sitting on a porch by myself, talking to people on YouTube. That's about my highlight of the day now. Yeah, I saw that, Caroline. I saw that. Yeah, Georgia will be good. Plus, I love the winter, but the winters were not much there. The heat's a little bit of an issue here. Uh, but, I don't have to be out in it, so that helps. Are you 30 miles from any big box stores? That'd be about the same here. You can go to Madison from here in like 21 miles. You can go to Washington, which is decent. I mean, there are some nice, cute towns here. But this would be like your town was in 1940. Actually, the population of Crawfordville was double in 1940 than it is now. This is the third ruralest county east of the Mississippi in the whole United States, and the number one most rural county in the state of Georgia. The whole county only has 1,500 people. Oh, is it that far for you, Beth? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think I'm. No, I'm going to get into my photography stuff when I go get all that crap. Oh, that's cool, though. Beth, have you been to Georgia? I lived here before, about 80 miles from here. I didn't really like it. Didn't last very long. It was kind of a condition to getting married that I was always calling the shots, and I need to give Georgia a shot. So, all right, I gave it a shot. It was up in Woodstock, but this is different. This is like really out in the boonies. I mean, this is nice. These noises and this wildlife and all this stuff, but it's not like living in a neighborhood. All right, Conan. Get some good things. Get a good bottle of wine. Yeah, it's very slow down here. Yeah. Yeah, super slow. A couple restaurants, they close early. Now you can go to Greensboro, Lake Oconee. That's kind of like upper middle class. That's like 20 miles away, 22. You want to go inside, hon? Want to go inside, honey? You go inside, babes? Daisy seems like back to normal. I'm thinking rawhides might have been the culprit. I mean, I've been giving them to her for 8 years, these little skinny ones. And this would happen from time to time. Now, we'll find out, you know. Excuse me. Stay there, hon. I just let you in. Jugfest. No, where was that at, Beth? What town? Oh, really, Billy Boy? Oh, thank you, Michael. Yeah, Crawfordville. No, I've never been to that. Google Crawfordville. There's been 14 movies filmed here. Shut up, Daisy. 14 movies filmed in Crawfordville. Oh, the Jug Fest. Oh, okay. I'll have to try that out. I found out today too. I'm debating about this too. What do you guys think about this? I thought you had. I've never seen a mail truck here. So I went down to the post office today, just getting ready to get my PO box. And I said, you know, I noticed some mailboxes on the road. She said, you can get mail out there. She said, it's a Crawfordville mailing address, but it's out of the Union Point post office. I know the lady that delivers it. I said, are you sure? She said, yeah, absolutely. And then I got thinking about it. Maybe I'll just put up a mailbox. And then I said, well, if I went out of town or something, she said, you can just call and have it held. And I got thinking about this. So now I'm debating whether or not to get a P.O. box. What do you guys think? Oh, Knoxville, Georgia. Okay. She will chase it. Yeah, she will chase it. Yeah. She just went inside. Now she sees it. She'll chase it. He comes out and eats it, that bird feeder. I threw some chicken bones and stuff for him out in the back tonight. So they might not come out tonight. Knoxville. I don't know where that is. Oh, you do mail? You think mailbox? And then when I was thinking, like, if I got something delivered in the mail, they're not going to leave a package on my porch. They're going to put a notice in there, and then I'd need to go pick it up in Unionville, which is 10 miles. But if I got a post office box in Crawfordville, if I got a package, they just have it there. When I went there, I could pick it up. So I'm kind of debating on whether I should get the mail shipped here or I should get the P.O. box. No, I don't, Jeremy. Nope. Super rural area. 400 people in the town, which I don't live in. It's about 4 miles from me. Only 1,500 people in the whole county. This is like a 235-acre farm. No animals, just pasture and old buildings and that kind of thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew they did that. Yeah, they do that. You know, those Amazon boxes do not go through the postal system, though. It does not go through the postal system. They deliver the boxes to the post office to deliver. It's crazy, isn't it? That it does not go through the postal system. That load is dropped off at the post office, and they do delivery only. It doesn't go through their sorting centers. You know, I don't know how it is because I just renewed my Michigan insurance today because my tag's good till January. So I don't know. My insurance expired tomorrow, so I renewed it. So I'm just going to go through the end of the year. Michigan changed their insurance. It got better. But I'll find out. I don't know yet because I got to have a Georgia tag before I can get Georgia insurance. So I figured I'd just, you know, take it on out. Yeah, the stalkers aren't really going to do too much down here, Dave. They come down here. I wish they would come down here. They don't have enough balls. They never even had enough guts to come up to West Branch. You could have Googled my name anytime you wanted. I'm not going to fuck around with these people if they come up here and do some shit like that. Seriously, I'll come unhinged. Especially in a rural place like here. I'd love to catch them out here. Oh my God, Jeremy, really? That's bullshit. That's nuts. I just renewed mine. It was $890 for a 2003 Toyota van. I got no points, no accidents, and I got collision on it, but who knows what they'd give me because it's got 200,000 miles if it got damaged. And parts for these Toyotas are crazy. So mine's pretty cheap. Yeah, $200 a month for insurance is nuts. Yeah, I don't think so either. I did have one kook come up to West Branch, a girl, wanting to know why I unmoderated her. I mean, there's definitely nuts on YouTube. But down, I'm telling you, Georgia, certain things, especially out here where nobody's ever out here. If somebody ever came up here and I was home, I'd put one right between their fucking eyes, no problem. And I wouldn't worry about getting charged for being overly aggressive or not retreating or some corny horse shit like that. Depending on what state you're in, they'll go after you, even if you're being robbed because you didn't run and you didn't do this and you didn't do that. That was part of the reason why I quit going down to Detroit. I thought either they're going to kill me or I'm going to kill them, but I'm not just going to sit here and have people do this kind of shit. But this is a whole new ball game down here. It's not like a Florida stand your ground, but it's pretty close. Oh yeah, these kooks. This is the mentality, and YouTube allows this for these people to be stalked, upload information about their kids, stuff like that. It's ridiculous. Hey, Cindy. No, it's nuts. Yeah, I don't know if it is or not, to tell you the truth. I think anybody can have a gun down here as long as you're not a convicted felon. I haven't really looked into it, to be honest with you. That open carry, though, you got to be careful with. I know in Michigan, there's all sorts of people get charged with having a CCW or PPL, whatever they call it, because their shirt came over the top or their coat covered it. Just little, momentary lapses in the gun being visible, and they get charged with carrying a concealed weapon because they thought they were fine with open carry just because they had a holster on the outside of their pants. Oh, good, Beth. Daisy tear him up. Yeah, Daisy's got good hearing. Yeah, so you don't really know. I've quizzed people down here about the no trespassing laws, and they really don't know about it. I looked them up myself. I had a huge branch break off that tree today, probably 40 foot long, probably weighed 1,000 pounds. I put a chain around it and drug it out to the field. Yeah, I'll be back though, Jeremy. I'll be back there for a couple of weeks to get all my stuff cleaned up. I'll let you know when I'm coming back into town. We'll go out and party like a couple of rock stars. Yeah, it was one of the branches. I kind of talked him out of that because these are huge, beautiful trees. They're like 65 feet tall. They don't produce nuts anymore. They're pecan trees. And what I've learned, that's about the third big branch that I've cut up or disintegrated with the mulching head or towed out into Nowheresville. But even when they break off and then fall along the trunk of the tree. You know, they're heavier than hell, but as you know, the thick part's up against the trunk. So even though they stick out a long ways, every one that's broke, it broke and either fell all the way down to where the very end of it hit the ground, or it broke off up against the trunk and it just fell down along the tree. And we don't really park anything right underneath them. So it would be close if a couple of them broke off, but you know, as heavy as they are, it's not like they're going to blow 10 feet and hit the cars. So I think he's like worrying too much about it. He always says, well, what if one of my grandkids were out there? Well, first of all, they're hardly ever out here. Secondly, the likelihood that one would break off when they were here is almost zero. And these trees provide a lot of housing for birds and bats, and the vultures set up on the top of them. So and they're not going to break off and do damage to the house. So I just don't see cutting them down, to tell you the truth. They're beautiful trees. The one tree that he wanted to cut down, I'm not kidding you, there's a branch that sticks out of that damn thing that's got to be 35 feet long. You could put 20 rope swings on it with benches. And it's straight horizontal. It's crazy, the way these limbs grow on these trees. And I think it's just beautiful. You know, now I wouldn't be parking right underneath it, but I just don't see cutting these down. And not only that, it's expensive to cut these big ass trees down. Yeah. So I just say, leave them up there. Screw it. They're cool looking trees. These pecan trees are cool. It's a beautiful clear night tonight. Man, it really rained for a while there. It really came down. Yeah. Yeah, it happens, man. I'm on YouTube shit list, I think. They would never admit it. But I think that's why. I don't know. You know, that stuff used to upset me, but I've kind of given up on YouTube, really. So I don't really care what they do. I mean, it's great if people get notified and they wanted to come on the chat. I know that happens a lot because people will send me an email and they say they missed the chat. And, you know, I wish there was some way I could have let them know. But it's a weird company, YouTube, man. I have no confidence in anything they say or do. I only had one beer left. One off-brand stout that I got up in Crawford, Georgia yesterday. That's it. Yeah. I've seen so many deer around here lately. There's a huge doe. It was like a Michigan-sized doe that I see almost every day, and I saw 2 young bucks today. Birds have wound down. I'm sure all their offsprings fledging about now. Baby turkeys all over the place. Went and filled up the fish food. We got an automatic fish food feeder. It's solar operated. Okay, cool. No, I went through that Black Label. Boy, that was excellent, excellent whiskey. But it's $50 a bottle, which is really pretty good for a good whiskey. But I bought a 6-pack the other day, and I thought, I'll just get Johnny Walker Red in case I need it, you know what I mean? Like I said, with drinking, I could take it or leave it, to be honest with you. Either way I could go. I mean, I think there's a slight edge to doing it than not, but it's not like that important to me. I've went for a couple years without having a drink, no problem. Oh, Black Velvet, huh? Yeah, I don't know what he's doing today. Yeah, he could be in math books. Yeah, the Johnny Walker Double Black. Yeah, I almost got it the other day, but I used a budget that day. Super clear out tonight. Really beautiful night, man. I got another video uploading. It may be up now. It was 5 minutes or something like that, man. It was raining sheets of rain. I got caught out on that mower and got soaked. You know, it's a warm rain down here. You're not cold after you get wet. Yeah, I'm going to get some more Johnny Walker Red. Yeah, good for him. He'd probably be around. What else was I going to tell you? Marty's going to Chicago Sunday. So I'll be down here. Come party if you want. I'm going to cut the fields while he's gone. I don't like cutting grass or fields until it's like high. He likes cutting it sooner. I don't like doing that. I don't know why. It just seems like a waste of time when it's not really like tall. Oh, those are nice, aren't they, Carolyn? Oh, really? Smokehouse. Yeah, he's going up there. They're going up there to some kind of Christmas convention. Christmas tree, aluminum Christmas tree convention. Yeah, 2 hours, that's all it is? Yeah, I'll be getting up there. I'm not sure when, though. I'll be coming up to Michigan. I gotta move that stuff out of my condo, and they wanted me to go with them. I just, I haven't been back to Chicago since I left that place. I've been through your town a million times. There used to be a pretty good antique store there. I did a ton of surveillance around your area over the years. Good job, Mary. Yeah, yep. Aluminum Christmas tree convention, yeah. Yeah, Chicago's dangerous, big time. What did that guy say, Mary? It's not letting me click on it. Yeah, Chicago's dangerous. Yep. Yeah, but even the nice places, Beth, downtown, like the Gold Coast, that's all getting dangerous now, too. Smash and grabs, shootings. Oh, I'm getting lazy. I've always been lazy. Yeah, good job getting rid of them now. No, they're driving because they're taking a bunch of this Christmas tree bullshit. Oh, yeah, get rid of them. I'm definitely lazy. Yeah, it is, Jen. Yep. Yeah, crazy. But I mean, Detroit's definitely got its problems, but it isn't just Detroit. It's everywhere. Oh, okay. Getting lazy, huh? Sounds like he knows me, though. Yeah, but do you actually think you could like live like in a place where I'm at, Beth? You think you could handle that from day to day? I mean, I think a lot of people would think that they would like it here, uh, but I'm telling you, it was not. It was a big transition, and I came from a small town. Man, these hummingbirds. I'm surprised these hummingbirds. They must be having more babies, like a couple clutches, 3 clutches maybe, because they were eating the hell out of this food today, and everything else is kind of taken off. Yeah, no, you're right. Athens is nice. That's a beautiful drive up 22 to Athens. Great. Really a gorgeous drive to Athens. Yeah, you're right about that. I'll tell you one thing, when I looked at maps before, I always thought I'd come right down 75 to 20. The next time I come back down here, I'm not going all the way down to 20 through Atlanta. I'm going to cut over there up through Athens or something and then cut down 22. They're beautiful, brand new roads, no traffic. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it, Jeremy? Yeah. Oh, you like the slow pace? Yeah, this is like the old days, that's for sure. John Cougar Mellencamp. What's bamboo look like? Is it those big, like, viney looking things? Hey, Christine. If it looks like if it's a viney thing, yeah, I've seen it. It's hard to like cut, grow some trees. I mean, I knew there were trees in Georgia and paper and all that bullshit, but not to the extent that I've witnessed. This paper business is like crazy huge. Oh no, I didn't see that yet. Nope. I wasn't really looking though either. No, does it grow down here? For sure. Hey, Paranormal, how are you? Oh yeah, it was Journey, wasn't it? Oh yeah, we got a big pond with fish in it. Yeah. I don't really fish anymore. I haven't done it in a long time. I like feeding them and stuff like that. Stocking the pond, those kind of things, but just sitting there, I don't think I'd like it that much. I put a bid today in on 300 acres, but I didn't win it. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, what's that, Ryan? Which part? Which part? Oh wow. Yeah, you couldn't do anything in a boat here. There's no water around here. Closest lake is Coney. And I don't really like boating that much anyway. We got a little one you can put in the pond. I wonder where Simka's at tonight. Oh really, Dave? It grew that much, huh? Oh, good for you, Beth. Oh wow. Oh, okay, Simka. Hi. I sent Turtle Dorman $25 and he got it, so it worked. Oh yeah, probably took Quantum Falls. Yeah. Oh, Belbin shells. That's cool. Yeah, Squirrely's probably here. I got your email, but I didn't read it yet, Simka. I will tonight. Ugh. Do you guys make your bed in the daytime, or do you just leave it a mess? I don't make mine. I just get it and pull the cover over again. I saw it for 409 heading to Athens yesterday, but it's a little more around here. Yeah. Hey, Penny. Diesel's still like 540. Okay, good luck, Eternal Norman. Oh, thank you. Wow. What kind of dogs do you have, Beth? $379. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's nuts. Oh, cool. I had quite a few pit bulls, actually. I had a city try to kick me out of town for pit bulls once. Oh, do you, Cynthia? Oh, okay. It's still crazy though. I just can't figure out for the life of me how most people make it nowadays. They wonder why nobody wants to work. I can tell you why. Because you don't make enough to get ahead anymore. With rent and the cost of houses, the cost of fuel, car insurance, food. Shit, I'd probably just like rent a room and just live in a room the rest of my life. Need to work 2 full-time jobs now to be able to afford anything. Crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. No, I make enough, but I don't see how most people do. Oh, you think so? I think someone would. I just don't think I could handle. I don't know if I could even handle like having a relationship. To be honest with you. Good night, Michael. Congratulations on getting better. Yeah, that's it, Jeremy. Yep. This lady was telling me today that there was this guy that owned this medical transport business and he used to get these used transits for like 10 grand. And the same truck now, the same van is like 25 grand. Yeah, everything's crazy. Beth, do you like working at that place when you're working or not really? Oh, good, Beth. Yeah, everybody does, Beth. Yeah, I get that. I don't blame you for wanting that. Really cooled off. Got 23 degrees cooler when the storm went through. Cool, Christine. What town? Good night, Caroline. You guys come to visit. You're going to know you're at the right place when I shine this light in your eyes. Yeah, 80's not bad. It's a bright light. Where's your daughter live, Eternal? Oh, that thing right there? You talking about what's right there right now, Beth? Yeah, it is a good flashlight. Beth, you talking about that stick thing right now? Yeah, you know what that is? That's the support pole for the roof that's coming off the porch. I wonder what you were talking about. Yeah, there's two of them. You know, you walk between them to go in the front door. Those are support poles for the roof for the open porch. Oh, okay. If I lit it up better where you could see it better, would it make you feel better? Stick thing? Yeah, columns, yeah. I think they're 4x4s. 4x4s, yeah. Here, I'll turn the light on so you can see it. See it? It's got a thermostat on it. This is the porch. See, here's the porch. See them right here, these things? It's that one. Those are the bee traps. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it is. See, I was sitting right there. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I wonder what you were talking about, stick thing. Oh, woo. Oh, okay. Probably, huh? Oh, okay, yeah, and I know stuff looks weird like that on camera. Yeah, no, it looks different at the end, you know? It's like an eyeball with a stick thing. That'll be fun, Christine. Oh, wow, Eternal. How old is she now, Eternal? Yeah, I know. I'm gonna say. Oh well, I will as soon as I get better internet. I plan on doing that. Yeah, well, I promise you. No, I want to, believe me. Yeah, it'll be good, Eternal. No, you're right about that. It's crappy, I know, the way it's set up now. Yeah, it is. I was just clicking the different choices on filters. Yeah, you get about 15 filters to choose from, but when it's this dark, it doesn't matter that much. Yeah, they're real light though. They don't look good against. If it was daytime, you could tell better. Beth, were there a lot of people at your work that got COVID? Hey, John, how you doing? How's it going? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Oh, okay, Beth. Yeah, it does, Beth. Are you eating much? Squirrely, you got COVID, didn't you? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, Simka. I know woodpeckers have real long tongues. Oh, no kidding, Dave. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll check those out. Where'd you get them? Amazon? All right, Double A, thanks for coming on. Have a good night. I think I'm going to sign off here too and take a shower, watch a little TV, go to bed. So I appreciate you guys coming on. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Beth, I hope you feel better. Salty girl, if you're listening, I hope you feel better. Have a good day tomorrow, Jeremy. Bye, Penny. See you, Beth. Thank you. Bye, Mary. See you, Squirrely. Yep. All right, Eternal. See you, Periwinkle. Thank you. Anybody else? I see you. Simka? Yep. Same to you. Bye, Christine. Have a good night, you guys. Bye, Cindy.